throwing rocks and hiding your hands. Hi, welcome to the channel. I'm Jay, and this is our 2 cents, where we talk everything boxing, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. In today's video, we will be discussing Shakur Soft Touch Stevenson and a recent tweet that he put out that's caused a little controversy. But before we do that, make sure you punch that like and subscribe button, and make sure you let me know and drop it below your 2 cents as we go throughout the video. Now, recently a tweet came out. Oh, be sure to help support the channel by hitting the Cash App, $ 2 cents boxing, or hitting the heart with the $. Just leaving a special thanks below, letting me know you enjoy the content and I'm doing a good job. And make sure, if you haven't already, you punch that subscribe button. We on the road to 5,000 subscribers. We're about to reach 1,500. 2,000 is the next stop. So if you haven't already, be sure to punch the subscribe button. Now, recently, Shakur Stevenson put out a tweet, and some people on Twitter called him out on it. And it's kind of caused a little controversy. So let's take a look at the tweet. First of all, Pound for Pound called out Shakur Stevenson. He said, the boxing community needs to stop giving Shakur imaginary wins over Devin and Tank and the rest of his contemporaries. He hasn't fought any of them. And I think this is a good point that Pound for Pound brought up, because it seems like, and this is my 2 cents, y'all can let me know and drop it below how y'all feel about it. But it seems like every time Shakur Stevenson just calls out somebody, if the fight don't fall through, he gets some type of credit or leverage over that person because he quote unquote called them out. And I keep trying to figure out, like, guys, I don't care if they ducked them. I don't care what was the case for the fight not to come to fruition. The fight didn't happen. So that doesn't mean because a fight didn't happen, automatically he would have beat them. And I think that that's a lot of times the conclusion people come to when it comes to Shakur Stevenson, like for this fight with Tio. I feel like Shakur Stevenson is getting all this credit for this fight with Tio, and the fight hasn't even been announced yet. But I digress. So Shakur Stevenson responds and he says, pound for pound, I'm going to beat the man at 140, get the Ring Magazine belt, and laugh at all who doubt it. No tune-ups, no fights to get comfortable, and the weight, just big balls and big dreams. So people said, oh, this wasn't a shot at Jerron Boots Ennis. First of all, this is twofold, because I'm gonna make another video about this same tweet. Because why do is that this narrative that if you beat one person at a division, all of a sudden you become that man at the division without having to fight anybody else? I don't understand that, but that's another video. So he said no tune-ups, no fights to get comfortable at the weight, just big balls and big dreams. Now, some people said that this wasn't a shot, and people trying to create a narrative, and they're trying to pit two fighters against each other. And my thing is, I don't think people trying to create a narrative or pit two fighters against each other. Shakur Stevenson put this tweet out. He typed it up, proofread it, and hit send on his phone when he knows the climate and knows what everybody's been talking about and knows the things that Jerron Bruce Ennis has been criticized for. Now, I'm not saying he's wrong for putting out the tweet. I'm not saying he shouldn't have put out the tweet. I don't really care. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but I do think it's conversation worthy, because why are you taking a shot at Jerron Bruce Ennis, Shakur Stevenson, as if you can even compare to what Jerron Bruce Ennis is doing, or as if this makes you more elite than him somehow? This is what I got from the tweet, right? This is just me giving my 2 cents about the tweet. Some people saying people pushing a false narrative, it's a fake narrative. Well, why would you put this out right now? Understanding the climate and what's going on and what people been saying about Jerron Bruce Ennis. And once again, another member, part of the top ranked crew, coming out with this sneak this and throwing rock, hide your hand type of energy. We all know Timothy Bradley just released that video about Tank and Jerron not having balls and all this other stuff that he said about them. So for you to say just big balls and big dreams, like how did you think that people was gonna take this? Now let's just say it wasn't a sneak diss. He didn't mean it like that. Then he put the tweet out to get attention. Then he put this tweet out just to get attention, cause controversy, and so to be like, oh, I didn't even mean it like that. I wasn't even talking about Boots. Like, come on, be for real. If Boots would have dropped the tweet and been like, man, I'm about to get in here. I'm a dog. I'm about to mash the gas. No running around. No. If he said that, who would people think that he was talking about? It'd have been two people, either Devin or Shakur. We all know who he would have been taking shots at. No Tom and Jerry. If he would have said any of that, we all know who Boots would have been taking shots at. So I don't think the issue here for me is not that he took the shot. The issue here for me is that people are trying to make it seem like they don't understand why people think he said he took a shot and why they trying to pit fighters against each other and create a false narrative. And it always seemed like when certain fighters say things and do things, it's always like this cry festival and oh, and we gonna jump through hoops and read between the lines and break down what he's saying. And I don't think he mean it like that. I think he meant it like this, and he was saying this and he was saying that. Y'all see exactly what Shakur Stevenson said. No tune-ups, no fights to get comfortable at the weight. Just big balls and big dreams. Who is being criticized for tune-ups and getting comfortable at a weight? And let me say this before I end the video. Just because you quote unquote don't take a tune-up or you do this or you do that, that don't make you better or more elite or on some type of moral high ground or whatever because you're doing something and another fighter is not doing it. There seems to be this push that every little thing is they're here to they because they like to pander to the fans, in my opinion. So they hear the fans complaining about something, then they try to make it seem like they don't do that, as if that's going to make them better than the other fighter that the fans are complaining about, right? We people and we released this information because I talked about it on my live stream about how Shakur Stevenson was saying he missed weight because he was drinking and doing hookah and all this other stuff, and a lot of people was running around telling me like Shakur Stevenson was perfect, like he just live in the gym and do all this extra. He stay in the gym, Shakur Stevenson, this and that, and then come to find out he half-ass prepared for the Zapata fight. He was working out at the crib, BS. And then y'all want to jump through hoops and tell me that he's just that good that he can't don't take a fight serious anymore because he's just that good and he's levels above and he know he don't got to take it serious. And it's just wild to me. But let me know what you think by dropping your 2 cents below in the comments. Did Shakur Stevenson take a shot at Jerron Boots Ennis or am I reaching? Let me know what you think by dropping your 2 cents below in the comments. Follow me on IG at 2 cents boxing. Follow me on X at 2 cents 20. And stay tuned for my 2 cents in the next video. And click on this live stream that I was just telling y'all about and listen to how everybody was jumping through hoops about this subject on Shakur Stevenson. And let me know and drop it below your 2 cents.